Hi everybody, and welcome to this short presentation where we will be discussing the current dietary patterns of adolescents, any nutritional deficiencies, and why this information is relevant to your position at Lunch Bunch Catering. We will take a look at current research and surveys produced by Australian government agencies to help better understand where Australian adolescents land on the nutritional health scale. Let's start by discussing what an adolescent is. An adolescent is aged 12 to 18 years old, and for nutritional purposes, this age bracket's further broken down to 12 to 13-year-olds and 14 to 18-year-olds. The sudden growth spurt at this time of life is associated with hormonal, cognitive, and emotional changes. All of these changes create special nutritional needs. Adolescence is considered an especially nutritional vulnerable period of life for several reasons. First is the greater demand for nutrients because of the dramatic increase in physical growth and development. And second is the change in lifestyle and food habits of adolescents that affect both nutritional intake and needs. So we will now look at the current dietary habits of adolescents and compare this information with what the research recommends, and then briefly discuss any changes that can be made to processes and procedures. Let's start by looking at adolescent consumption of the 5 food groups. This information has been compiled in a government survey, and we are comparing this information to the amount of serves recommended by the Australian Dietary Guidelines. So let's start with fruit. 2 serves of fruit is recommended per day, but 73% of this age bracket didn't meet recommendations. This is important because fruit provides vitamins, minerals, and dietary fibre. Vegetables, 5 to 5.5 serves a day, and yet less than 1% managed to meet recommendations. Diets high in fruit and vegetables are associated with lower risk of cancer, heart disease, stroke, and other chronic diseases. Therefore, as well as promoting health during adolescence, meeting these recommendations for fruit and vegetable intake can have positive implications for long-term health. Dairy, 3.5 serves per day recommended, yet less than 2% consumed that amount. This is a risk factor for this age group because of the rapid growth. Grains and cereals, you guessed it, 5 to 7 serves per day recommended, and yet only 14% of adolescents met the recommendations. It's also important to note that there should be a reduction in refined foods. Carbohydrates are a great source of energy and will also help with concentration. And finally, lean meats and alternatives. 2.5 serves per day recommended, with only 9.5% of males and less than 1% of females reaching this target. This food group is a great source of protein, vitamins and minerals, and healthy fats. Next, let's take a look at allergies and dietary requirements. Please take allergies and requirements seriously and don't just assume it's a fad. Make sure you know the ingredients of homemade and purchased products, and challenge yourself by investigating what these allergies are and the potential side effects. So there are 3 problem areas with adolescents: fat, sugar, and salt. It's unfortunate that teenagers have easy access to foods that are high in these, as there are short and long-term consequences to overindulging. Consumption habits that are formed during adolescence can carry over into adulthood, so it's important to assist adolescents in making healthy choices. Changes that can be made to help improve the nutritional status of this age group are: 1. Alter the current recipes to reduce salt, sugar, and fat content. 2. Change advertising. Teenagers are very visual, so advertise the healthy products from the menu rather than hot chips and pies. Be supportive of the healthy choices guidelines. Your enthusiasm will definitely reach your customers. So in summary, it's clear from the literature that adolescents don't eat a balanced, healthy diet, that diets high in fat, sugar, and salt are a health risk. And finally, think about how you can apply this knowledge personally and professionally. Thanks for watching.